let's get started, and let's start with an essential oil. So I thought we'd start with a little citrus oil today and end with a lavender oil. Now it's always up to you. Obviously essential oils are little powerful, potent plant medicines. So if you're on certain medications and you're not sure if you should smell, please feel free to skip. I obviously don't know what you guys take. This is a little mix, a little citrus mix. Also with the citrus oils, you don't want to put them on your hands and then put all over your body and then go and sit in the sun. So you maybe just want to have a little smell from the bottle today and see if you want it, or feel free if you want and you like it to put it on your hands, totally up to you. As you feel, and this is called Citrus Twist, but you can just smell from the bottle. And I'll use lavender at the end. We'll have a little extended relaxation today with a nice little extra bit of shoulder massage. Everyone loves the little shoulder massages that I give. And essential oils and massages are not part of a normal yoga class, just so you know. If you go to a yoga class, and you'll be like, oh my God, she told us that, yeah, it's not part of yoga. It's just something that I do, and I'm a trained massage therapist, although I don't really massage much. I don't massage these days. I did train, so I am qualified to touch your bodies. Many yoga teachers wouldn't do that. So we've got our little cat friend in the class today. So everybody just take a little bit of oil and let's just ground, arrive in the space. Take some deep breaths. Connect into your breath. Take an inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth or through the nose. Oh God. I'm going to take him out. I know I'm going to take him out. Go on, out, come on, out, little, no, out, you little monkey. Come on, out, come on, out. Go on, that's it. Go on, you don't like the essential oils. Go on, that's it. And so let's just bring our hands onto our heart. Inhale, take a nice big inhale and then exhale. So our yogic breathe in, we're going to breathe into the belly. You may need to bring your hands onto your belly to really feel the breath going into the belly. Maybe one hand on heart, one hand on belly. Let's inhale, belly comes out. Exhale, belly draws back. Okay, so inhale, visualize blowing up a balloon, belly expands. Exhale, belly draws back. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly draws back. Oh my God, he's like desperately, no, get out. No, you're not allowed. Out. He's literally like Jack Nicholson in The Shining, like he's going mad. Literally got his paw in, trying to pull the doors open again. And we're going to come into another breath. So really when we want to come into relaxation, and these tools are tools that can help you through any stage of your life, really the most important thing is to come back to the breath. So when you're feeling stressed and it feels like it's in your head, really try to drop out of your head and into your body. And another technique that's really useful is to inhale for the count of 4 and try to exhale for the count of 8. You may not be able to go to 8, you may just be able to go to 6, but you're trying to stretch and lengthen the exhale. The inhale happens naturally. If you don't inhale, then you'll drop dead. So it's just natural. It's the exhale that we want to focus on. Okay, so we're just going to do a few breaths like that where I'm going to count you in. So sitting nice and tall. Inhale for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, pause. Inhale for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, pause. Exhale for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Another one, inhale for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, pause. Exhale for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, pause. Go on your own, see how long you can stretch your exhale for. And then coming back to your normal breath. And our final little breathing practice, because I just really want you to just get this. We're going to do it again at the end, but I just want to demonstrate it again at the start of the class. Alternate nostril breathing. This is such a powerful little technique to calm you down, okay? So you're going to bring your left hand into what we call chin mudra. And mudras really affect our energy. So we'll do all these different little mudras you see in yoga. And that kind of means that the energy normally comes out of the fingers, but we're changing that energy flow. So this mudra is for the root chakra, for grounding, for gratitude, okay? So the index finger comes just underneath the fingernail, and the hand comes down with the palm facing up for creativity, receptivity, down if you need grounding. Okay, so we're just going to do this 4 times because I just really want you to get it, and again at the end we'll do it. So palm and the middle finger comes down on the thumb mound, and we use the thumb and the ring finger. Thumb and ring finger, okay? Thumb comes down onto the right nostril, quite high on the bridge, shoulders away from ears, sit nice and long in the spine. Inhale through left side. Ring finger comes down on the left nostril. Exhale slowly, right side. Lovely. Inhale, same side. Close. Exhale, ring finger side. Inhale, same side. Close. Exhale, thumb side. Last one. Inhale, same side. Close. Exhale, left side. Bring your right hand into chin mudra. Just take a little moment. Come back to your normal breath. Notice your body. Exhale, sigh it out. Let's bring our hands onto our knees. And let's take our shoulders up towards the ears. Inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. Release the mouth. Oh, I love that. Inhale. Let it go. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And then we're going to keep the hands on the knees, and we're just going to move the right shoulder forward and the left one back a little bit. And then other side. So you're just getting that nice stretch in the back. If you can bring the torso forward and straighten the arms a little bit, maybe you want to bring them down a bit more, just feel that little stretch. So you're getting that kind of stretch behind the shoulder blade. Are you feeling that stretch? Yeah? Yeah. You're sort of moving the shoulders. I sometimes do this standing, but it's a little bit stronger when we do it standing. Just moving from side to side, just releasing any tension. Beautiful. Last one. And then coming up, bringing your hands onto your shoulders and just moving the elbows. That's it, just letting go of anything you're holding on your shoulders. Change direction. Keep connecting to the breath. The breath is the most important thing in our yoga class. And then moving in like opposite directions. And then moving back. And then taking your hands up to the sky. Stretch up, lift up. And then bringing your right hand behind you or to the side of you and your left hand in front, just going easy with a little twist. The twists are good for the digestion, for the spine. Inhale, hands come up, palms press. And other side. And again, so hands come up, press. And release. Mobilizing the neck, mobilizing the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky, stretch up, lift up. And exhale, bring your hands forward, wherever they come to. Don't have to walk too far forward. Just feeling that little stretch. If you can walk them forward and that feels nice for your body, then do. Just let the head go, relax into the neck. Let go in the back body, so in the back of the lungs, the back of the heart. Inhale, bring your hands up to the sky, stretch up, lift up. And exhale, bring the hands down slightly towards the right side or the left side, doesn't matter which one, just remember. Come onto the tips of your fingers, walk the hands a little bit more forward, just feel that stretch and accept where you are. Maybe your hands are much closer to your body, maybe they're not. Take an inhale coming up. And exhale, other side. Maybe you're quite high. Do listen to your body. Anything feels niggly or twingy, please do let me know. And then inhale, bringing your hands up to the sky. Exhale, bringing your hands to your heart, making a little intention for your practice today, a word, a thought, a feeling. Breathing it in. And let's make our way into child's pose. So child's pose can be with the knees together and the hands by the side of the body and the head kind of some of the way down, or it can be with the knees wider and the hands extended forward. If you need a little cushion or prop, there are some more here, so do let me know. Making sure that you've got something to support your head, lovely. And this is a beautiful, relaxing pose. You know, sometimes we feel a bit overwhelmed by life and stuff. And just doing this before you go to bed, or doing this if you're feeling like that, just helps you connect into that feeling you had as a child when you could just curl up and chill. Taking one more breath here. And then let's come up to all fours pose. Does that feel okay for you, Diane, all fours? And then from here, we're going to feel a little stretch into the shoulders. So see how your body feels opening here. It may just be a little opening, and it may kind of look like this. Yeah, you may not want to go all the way through, Diane. See how you feel. Just a little movement. And some of you may want to sort of take the arm through more. So see how you feel. We're going to do a couple as a little flow. Okay, so we inhale. Beautiful. And then exhale through. And this just warms up this kind of middle part of the back. Beautiful, the thoracic spine. Inhale up. Beautiful, exhale. Keeping our spine young. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale through, beautiful. Last one, inhale, lift up. And this time maybe you want to bring the arm through and just take a little breath here, just halfway or all the way, just see how that feels for your shoulder. Does that feel okay, Diane?
Yes, I'm on the good side of it.
Amazing. And then coming all the way up, stretch your arm up to the sky. And then exhale, both hands come down, and then other side. So inhale, just see where you are. Sometimes you find one side is really open and the other one you can't kind of mobilize as much. And exhale. And yoga teaches us to be more aware of this, you know, our right side and our left side. Inhale, slowly coming through. And again, two more. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Amazing, Diane. And then just bring the arm through wherever you get to, just so you're feeling a little stretch in the back. And then coming back to all fours, making sure your knees feel comfortable. Fingers facing forward, fingers nice and wide, knees in alignment to your hips. We're going to find these little figure of eights. And if these are difficult for your knees, you can always just sit and do these. So you're just moving like as if you're creating like a number 8 with your bum. And it can be a little tiny movement, or you can bring the bum all the way back to the heels if that feels good for your back. But you just want to go nice and easy. So Julie, David, just checking in, you know, when we've got like lower back things, and you know, as you know, as I've said, I have the same, you have to be really careful. Sometimes the most little thing that can make it go, eek! So if you get that, eek! Just please tell me. Very nice and slow. And beautiful. And then we're going to come up to all fours. So options here. We're going to come into our downward facing dog. Now, you don't have to come into downward facing dog. I'm going to demonstrate, but I do want to go over it because we've done this in the last few weeks, and I want to do a couple of little sun salutations, and then we'll do some nice relaxing stuff. So Downward facing dog, your hands come under your shoulders, your toes are tucked, and we lift the legs. If you get to here when it doesn't feel good, then you come down and take cat-cow. Yeah, you don't even go there. But your fingers are wide, you're pressing into the palms, and you start to lift up. And your gaze, so you can see my knees, your gaze is at your shins or your legs. It's not like this, not like this. The back of the neck is long. And you can just pedal and see how that feels. If you're like, no, 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 you come back down. And so sometimes in a yoga class, people have got really straight legs and their feet are down on the floor. But sometimes that can compromise the back a little bit. So if you try it with the knees bent, you sometimes feel a lot more space in the back. So just try both, see how you feel, and just see how it feels for your body. So we really want to press into the hands and get our shoulders back away from the ears, which is quite difficult when you're upside down. So you want to tuck your toes, fingers facing forward, and just go up and see. Perfect. Take the feet a little bit further apart, David. That's it. Take a breath here. How does that feel for your body? Does it feel good? Does that feel like a nice stretch? If it's too much for your shoulders, well done, David. Come back down to all fours. Come into cat-cow. So same principles. We're pressing down into the hands. So try and straighten the fingers. Press into the palm. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, arch the spine. Okay. Beautiful. So if you can, tuck the toes. So in yoga, we're always trying to kind of open up into the feet. This is really good, especially as we're kind of going through the beautiful process that is aging. Obviously, no, but we want to try to stretch into the toes. So even if it's, so just to show you, even if it's that this is uncomfortable, because sometimes if you've got bunions, like I have, that doesn't feel good. But you do want to try to stretch into your feet every day and just like honour your feet. So obviously, Catherine, when you've got something going on with your feet, you can't. But we do want to try to focus on our feet. A lot of people just don't like their feet, have a really bad relationship with their feet, and just hope their feet never exist. But actually, it's good to stretch the toes and feel into the feet, and it keeps us kind of more mobile. The feet are really important for the hips. And so the more you can kind of try to do these little funny yoga foot things, the more you can try to open out your feet. Okay, so we're going to come one more time. Option to come into downward facing dog. See how that feels for your body today. If not, stay with cat-cow. Take a nice deep inhale. If you're in cat-cow, totally fine. And we're going to start to step towards the front of the mat. Make your way to the front of the mat. Okay, so stepping towards the front of the mat. And then from here, we're going to, some of us use the hands on the legs and coming all the way up to standing. Catherine, what's your situation today with the foot and standing? And no? Okay. So do you want to use the chair? And you can still do the stuff that we're doing. Okay. Okay, so from here, let's interlace our hands, stretch up to the sky, stretch up, lift up out of the hips, stretch over to the right, maybe just a tiny bit for my low back sister and brother, maybe over to the right. It's not until you get the bad back, that you realise how like gentle or not you have to be with yourself. And other side, beautiful. And then we're going to bring our hands down to our heart. So Catherine, do you remember the seated sun salutation? No. So we're just going to do inhale as we go up, you go up, and then you're going to come down and you come forward as we're going forward. And then you bring your right leg in and then your left leg in. And then you hold on to the back of the chair when we go down. And you do that one so you open out, yeah? And then you're going to come into your version of downward facing dog, stretching with your feet, coming into a little forward fold. I'll keep an eye, okay? So this is just a way of doing a little self-practice, a sun salutation. There's lots of different versions just to really kind of get the body moving a little bit. I'm going to move this back. So step in towards the front of your mat with your hands on your heart, and we'll go very easy. Feet hip distance apart. We're going to inhale, stretch up, take the hands up to the sky or wherever feels good for you. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, press into your feet, Bend the knees if you need to, and we're going to come forward, okay? So this may be that you stay here, or maybe you can put your hands on your legs and come a little bit further forward. See how this feels? And then from here, we're going to inhale. We flatten the back, look forward slightly, and straighten the legs. So you should feel the hamstrings really working. And then we exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands down, and step back to all fours. Okay. And then from here, we're going to come down onto the belly. So Catherine, you can do the holding behind the chair bit after this. And then we're going to bring the forearms down on the floor, so elbows are under our shoulders, press into the fronts of the feet, so toes are pointed. And find your little Sphinx pose. So Catherine, come up a minute, Catherine. Hold on to the back of the chair, and you want to be getting that back bend. That's it. Beautiful. And then release all the way down. Come all the way back to all fours. Come all the way back up to all fours. Option to come into downward facing dog or take cat-cow. So Catherine, you can come up and take cat-cow on your chair. So you can take a little cat-cow. That's it, beautiful. Or take a child's pose as you feel. And let's come up to all fours or downward facing dog. And then start to walk your feet to the front of your mat. Amazing, Diane. And then bring the hands onto the legs. They can be on the shins or the thighs. Flatten the back, look forward. Straighten the legs a little bit, get that hamstring stretching. Exhale, forward fold or a little forward fold wherever you are. Inhale, coming all the way up. You can walk the hands up the legs if you need. Bring your hands up to the sky, press the palms. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. And again, inhale, well done Catherine, stretching up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and forward fold. So you can bring the hands onto the legs, you can just come halfway, or you can walk the hands down a little bit further as you feel. Inhale, we come up a little bit, straighten the legs, flatten the back. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. So bend the knees, bring your hands down to the floor and step back to all fours pose. So Catherine, you can do this little one here as we're just doing this. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come down onto the belly. Find your way down onto the belly. So the first one that we do is Sphinx pose, okay? And that's nice and easy. We press into the feet and we lift up here, which for me is kind of where I stay because of my back. Some of you may want to go a little bit further. For Cobra pose, we bring the hands back, we keep the upper arms tucking in, and you can come up a little bit more. But as you're coming up, you're really listening to your spine and your back. You can do whatever you want, my love. Yeah, you can come down. Come down, jump off, jump on. And then just feel in. So this is called spinal extension. So it's good to just really release into the chest and work into the spine. So draw the shoulders back. Beautiful. And then come all the way down. And let's press back, coming into a child's pose. Child's pose is a beautiful stretch for the spine. Just taking a little breath here. Oh, one more breath. Root to rise, coming up to all fours. And then we're going to come up to standing again. So you can come into downward facing dog and walk the feet towards the hands, or you can just come to standing. So if you're doing downward facing dog, you start to walk the feet towards the hands and the hands towards the feet. But that's just an option. And then come all the way up to standing. Bring your hands to your heart. So we're just going to go over a couple of the standing poses that we did last week. We've done the last couple of weeks, just so that you're aware of them. So the first one was Warrior One. So we could set your chair up and you could do these with the chair. Yeah, I can show you. So the first one, our foot is facing like the short edge of the mat, and the back foot, we want the heel and the arch to be in alignment, and our hips, so our front knee is bent, and our hips are facing that short edge. So they don't have to be like dead on like this. They can be a little bit round. So see where your hips feel comfortable. Yeah. And we want a nice bend. The wider we go, the more advanced. The narrower is a little bit more beginners. So see how it feels. And you should really feel the legs working. So Diane, just take this right foot a little bit more forward. So the knee doesn't do that. So if you do watch this online, and this is one of the problems of online kind of people doing YouTube yoga, is that their knee will be there, and you don't want that. You want the knee to be there, and you really should feel the legs working, okay? Perfect. So you should really feel that. Always working on strengthening the legs. And then from here, we take the arms up. See where your arms can come up to the sky. This is called Warrior One pose. Find a little engagement of the pelvic floor perineum. So you're just doing a little lift here. So you're working your core muscles. Take an inhale. Beautiful. One more breath if you can stay pressing into the feet. And then bring your hands down. And then we're going to switch sides. So coming up, turning the feet in the opposite direction. So you're going to be facing towards the back of the room. All on different feet. And with the socks, like I know we're all attached to our socks, I'm attached to mine today as well, it can make us more slippy. So if you are doing this at home or you're doing it on a slippy floor, please remember to not wear socks, because you're more likely to you can keep your socks on, but if you've not got socks on, you can grip more because you don't want to sort of slip over or anything like that, okay? So we're going to do the other side. So just check your knees tracking over the ankle. And the back foot, just so you can see, because I want to show you this because it's a really common misalignment. So a lot of people, when they do that, they're doing that with their foot. So if you're doing this at home and you're not watching me, you want the toe not to be like that, not to be like that. You want the toe to be slightly tucked in because that protects the ankle. And you want to be not doing this, pressing down, and that activates the inner thigh, okay? And then we're going to inhale. So pressing into the feet. And if we find yoga poses really difficult, that often means we need them. Inhale, stretching up. One more breath. Beautiful. And then bringing your hands down to your heart. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we're going to switch our legs around to the other side one more time. And now we're going to do our Warrior Two. Okay, so Warrior Two, a bit different. Feet are the same position, but the hips are not here. So with this one, bring your hands on your hips and move your hips around to here. Now what's going to happen, if you look at that knee, the knees come in. So we want to reposition that knee so the knee is not coming forward like this and it's over the ankle, yeah? That's it. That's it. So that's it, perfect. So its hips are a bit more like that. Just finding your balance. Yeah?
Facing towards the knee or facing more forward?
Forward, like that. Yeah, perfect, yeah. And then from here, we're going to take the arms. So take the arms long. Take the arms long. Take your shoulders up to your ears and then roll them down away so your neck is long. Beautiful, okay? From here, then you're going to look towards the middle finger on the right hand. So look towards that finger. Okay, we're going to take a little flow here. So your left hand is going to come down onto the thigh or onto the shin. Okay, so your left hand comes down, right hand comes up to the sky. Any back issues, stay here. For anyone that wants to go a little bit further into a back bend, you can lean over, but I'm going to do the easier version. Stay up high. And then exhale, our forearm comes to the thigh and the left arm comes up to the sky. Beautiful. Roz, just moving the toes if you can a little. That's it. Perfect, perfect. David, is it challenging for you to bring the foot this way? Yeah. Yep, it's okay. Stay where you are. And then one more little flow like that. Get the energy going. Left hand comes onto thigh. Right arm comes up to the sky. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Wah. Beautiful. Come all the way back. Extend the hands, palm facing down, look over that middle finger, connecting to your strength, bringing your hands together at your heart and change sides. So now your left foot, opposite foot. Some of us are moving around, some of us are just shifting. Just make sure you're using the opposite foot. That's it, beautiful. Does that feel okay for your inner thighs? Yeah, you feel, yeah? You're not too slippy? No? Okay. And then roll the shoulders down away from the ears. So as we're doing these standing poses, we're just engaging, lifting the pelvic floor perineum and drawing our navel a little bit back to the spine. So we're actually really toning our core as we're doing these. We're not just letting everything kind of just hang there, okay? So a little zipping up and a zipping in at the same time. Does that make sense to people, yeah? It's easy to forget. You'll be doing your yoga and everything's just kind of, your belly's just hanging out. But really, it doesn't matter if it's physically hanging out, it doesn't matter. It's the internal drawing in, because the reason you want to do that is because that's strengthening your back, okay? Beautiful, roll down, hands down, look towards the middle finger on the left hand, find your breath, relax your jaws, connect into your warrior strength, and then bring the right hand down onto the thigh, left arm up and over, little flow. And exhale, forearm to thigh, right arm comes up, can stay here or it can come slightly forward, and then again, so the right hand comes down onto the thigh, left hand comes up, beautiful Lou, beautiful Diane, exhale, just feeling that flow. Last one, and exhale, releasing. And then coming back to your warrior, so extending your arms, rolling the shoulders down away from the ears, beautiful. Looking towards the middle finger on the left hand, bringing your hands towards your heart and stepping towards the front of your mat. So we're going to come into a standing balancing pose. Balancing is so important to do every single day. It's really like important for our brains, for our kind of like everything, to stand on one leg. And I know that not everybody enjoys it and it's really challenging, but that's all the more reason to try to do it. If you're a bit wobbly, you may want to have your hand near the wall so that nobody falls. So we're going to come into some variations of tree pose, okay? So right foot can go on the ankle, on the calf. So if you're on the ankle, you can go like this. So one foot's, the part of the foot's down. Try to bring the knee out to the side a little bit if you can. Okay. And then if you need to keep your hands on your hips to stabilize, you can. If you can bring the hands together on the heart, then you can. So if you wanted to do like a seated pigeon pose so that you're getting a bit of a stretch, whatever one feels right for you. If you want to do it there, you can seat or you can do it lying down. You can just bring one leg up over the other. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. And then if you want to come a little bit deeper, we can bring the foot up to the calf. But see how you're feeling. If you're really wobbling, just stay low. Press the palms together and roll the shoulders down away from the ears. So that's it. There's no tension. And if you want to hold the wall a little bit, that's absolutely fine. And I do really recommend that you try to work on this at home. Let's take a little breath. That's it, just having a go. And when you get really good at it, then you want to close your eyes at the same time. And then let's change sides. You may have one leg that is much better than the other, but do try it. Make sure you do it evenly on the leg that you're not good on as well. And so we're just going to try. It's fine to wobble a little bit. And David, maybe for you, where you are is okay for today. Working up to just having that, making sure you've got the wall there so you're safe. Perfect. Every day, just for a few seconds, trying to stand on one leg. If this is easy for you, then you can bring the foot up the leg to the calf. Taking a breath, I'm grounded, I'm stable. And then release. Last little standing pose. We're going to take the legs wide. So Catherine, you can do this, yeah, folding forwards. So a couple of options with this. So again, just check that you're not going to slip with your feet. And if this doesn't feel right for you, then you can do it on the wall. Okay, so option, if this version doesn't feel right for you, then you can do this where you're holding at the wall. Okay, so know that you've got walls in this class and that's an option. Okay, so bring your hands onto your hips. Take the feet as wide as you can and have your feet so your feet are flush to the outside edge of the mat, like Julie's are now. So the feet are not turning out and turning in. Okay, making sure that you're at a good distance for your legs. And we want to try to straighten the legs. So again, Catherine, just check that you're not going to slip here with your socks. And then bring your hands on your hips, roll the shoulders back, take a little gaze up. And then exhale, come forward, just come forward halfway. And then bring your hands on your legs just as support here and see where you feel, okay? Again, know you can come up and use the wall if this doesn't feel good for your back. Option to start to walk your hands down the leg. Julie and David, please check in with your backs and see how you feel, and let me know if there's any twinges or don't go any further. If this feels good, you can bend the knees a little bit and bring the hands down to the floor. You can bend the knees and bring the hands down or stay where you are. Beautiful. Take a little inhale, come onto your fingertips or walk the hands up the legs, look forward. And then either coming out completely, very slowly walking up the legs, or just releasing forward one more time with me. See how this feels for your body. And then slowly coming up, walking the hands up the legs. David and Julie, you both okay? Inhale, taking your hands up. Interlace your hands, press the palms up to the sky, stretch up, lift up. Beautiful, well done. Bring your hands down to your heart. And then we're going to make our way down to the mat. So coming down to seated, so you're facing me. And then bringing the soles of your feet together. So sometimes with this pose, just have a look at your position. Often what happens is we'll sit like this. So you can see my back is rounding. And this is very common. And if you feel that you're kind of doing this, see my hips are going back, a good thing to do is to take a little blanket or a cushion, put it under your bum so it's elevated a little bit, and that kind of helps you go forward a little bit. So that might be a little bit high, David. That's going to be a bit high for your back. Try this blanket, David, because I don't want you to be too high. Because I don't want. Try this one because this one's like not crinkled up. But if you're doing it at home, like a little. Hang on, let me just. If you just put your bum on that, like a little blanket or something, just will help. And it just makes you sit a bit more forward on the pelvis. Does everyone feel that a little bit more, yeah? Because over time, you know, you don't want to be kind of doing yoga and encouraging that position. You want to be sort of sitting forward in the pelvis. And then taking your hands so that your hands are on your ankles and just roll the shoulders down away from the ears. So you're sitting nice and tall, finding that space in the belly. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, allowing the back to round, coming forward, maybe just a little way, softening the gaze, closing the eyes. Maybe you want to walk the hands forward a little bit. And just accept where you are. Your hands can walk forward, your hands can stay close, but it should feel like a lovely stretch in the back, allowing the back to round. So you get that nice stretch through the spine, through the base of the spine, up to the middle of the spine. And every time you exhale, you can just maybe go forward a little bit deeper or stay where you are, but just allowing that relaxation. Coming back to that beautiful yogic breath. Being in the present moment. Relaxing the jaw, the face, final breath. And then slowly, slowly, slowly coming up. Take a little breath at the top, notice how you feel. And then we're going to take head to knee pose. Head towards the knee pose. So we extend the right leg. You can stay on your little bit of padding. And then we bring the left foot somewhere on this leg. So, you know, sometimes your heel comes up towards your groin, sometimes your heel may be kind of down the leg. And again, just make sure that the spine is nice and long, and just have a look at your foot and just check that your foot is not kind of dropping out to the side, and see if you can just bring the little toes around a little bit and press into the ball of the foot, almost so these kind of muscles are going to lift up a little bit. First of all, just bring your hands down next to you and just straighten into the spine. Just check how that feels. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, again, just walk the hands down by the thigh. You can just move a little bit here, staying quite high. Or you can walk the hands Slowly, slowly, down towards the legs, wherever you feel. Even if it's just a tiny movement, this pose is very good to calm the nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, so to take us out of any stressed feelings and bring us into a beautiful, healing, relaxing state, which is where we want to be. Just working with the breath. 2 more breaths here. Every time you exhale, just allowing your body to soften. Last breath. Beautiful, Diane. Beautiful, Rose. Inhale, coming up. Just notice how you feel.
Giddy.
No, do you feel giddy? Do you? Maybe this one don't go so.
Light-headed. Not giddy, light-headed, but I do every time I come up, I feel light-headed.
Have you got low blood pressure?
No.
No. Have you?
Yeah, but I have problems breathing in this class.
Okay.
I have terrible problems breathing because I'm a nose breather.
Right, okay. You're a mouth breather?
No, I'm a nose breather.
Okay.
So I forget to open my mouth.
So nose breathing is good.
But I can't let it out my mouth unless I think about it.
You can let it out your nose or your mouth. Don't worry. Find the way that feels natural to you. So being a nose breather is good. Being a mouth breather, we want to try and train ourselves not to mouth breathe.
My husband's a mouth breather.
No, you want to try to nose breathe. So, you know, I see little kids and they're mouth breathing, like some of my family, and I sit there, no, we're going to breathe together through the nose, not the mouth. And you want to try to retrain your body to breathe through the nose, which is not easy when we've mouth breathed a lot, but it's really, really important, like for our health. The hairs in your nose actually clean the air. There's so much science on why nose breathing is the way ahead. And a lot of people now actually tape their mouths closed at night, like they tape them. I'll send you some stuff on the group. It's just about retraining the way you breathe. So you just want to try to breathe into the belly, pause at the top and exhale. And it is a complete retraining. So you just go slowly with it. Let's change sides. So yeah, Diane, with regards to the breathing, just find a way. So maybe if you're going too far in, you're sort of constricting the breathing. So maybe stay a little bit higher.
It's the out breath through my mouth that I can't do. I forget, and then I forget what I'm doing.
Well, you can breathe out through the nose and in through the nose. Okay. See how we go this time. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale. I want you to be really getting that full breath. You can sigh out. You can do whatever you want with the out breath. 2 more breaths, allowing your body to relax here. Last one. And root to rise, coming all the way up. Just notice. Did you get dizzy and see stars then, Diane? Good. So let's do the version that we just did standing up. Let's do that on the floor. So you're going to take your legs as wide as you feel. Might be here, might be here, might be here. Move the flesh off your buttocks. And it's funny, Catherine, what you're saying about the breathing, because I remember took me back to when I first went to a yoga class and we used to do that one. And it actually used to make me feel panicky because I was like, oh my God, what does she mean? Hold out. And it was because I was such a control freak as well, that idea of no breath was like, oh my God, that's really weird, I'm going to die. So I know what you mean, but it's almost like go slowly and then just feel into it, and noticing where you're breathing and trying to hold, and then exhale slowly. I'll put some bits on the group about breathing as well, a little bit more. Okay, so from here, we're going to inhale, stretch up. And again, if you're feeling that you're rounding, you may just want to stay here today. So David, just staying here may feel better for the back. So see how that feels. Does that feel like a nice stretch for the back? Draw the feet back. Press into the calves, almost so your heels lift up. and then let the heels drop down a little bit. Beautiful. Option to stay here or option to walk the hands in front of you. Take an inhale. Exhale, just come forward. Allow the back to round, just coming forward a little way, just seeing how this feels for your back. You can walk the hands forward as much as you feel. You can straighten the arms, whatever feels nice for your back and feels for a nice stretch. Letting go, really breathing into the back of your lungs. Final breath. And then walking your hands back towards you. Take a little moment here. And then we're going to come and lie onto our backs. So lying onto your backs, making sure you feel comfortable. I think you've all got your socks on. And just to say, so when we go into Shavasana, I just want to say this when we go into relaxation. So if you've got a cushion, like the one that Diane's got or Catherine's got, they're okay. But what I don't want your head to be like, and ideally, I want your head to be so that I can give you a little massage. So maybe Roz and David come away from the wall a little bit, just so that I can kind of give you. So what I don't want your head to be, and I'm going to show you this, we're going to do one more stretch on the floor, is this. Okay? So when you're lying down, you want the head to be down. So if you're using a cushion, you want to be able to kind of have, I'm going to show you with this blanket. You want to have this under the neck, so the head can be down, so the chin, there's this space. You're not like that, okay? But if you're on those cushions, I think you'll be all right, just about all right, because your head can still be back, and you want to feel like you can really relax the shoulders and the neck, okay? So I think they're okay. Like the bolster would be too high, just again, so you know if you're doing it at home. Julie, you can have this under your neck as well, just to support your neck. Okay, just see how that feels. Does that feel okay? Yeah. Okay, perfect. And before we go into relaxation, everyone's keen to get in. Just bring your knees into your belly and just give yourself a little hug and just rock from side to side. And then from here, just rocking, feeling into the back. So Catherine, I need you to move down a bit so I can give you a massage. Can you just, when you lie down, just shift down. I'll tell you what, I'll move this. No, I'll move that and then I can still give you one. Perfect. And then from here, you're going to take your, now see how this feels for your low back, okay? Take the arms and bring the arms down so your feet are off the floor. Now, and then you're going to bring the knees over to the right. So I'm going to just show you. Okay, so I want to just show you because I want Julie and David to make sure in case. So this is the full version, okay? We go down like this. Now, this may not feel right for you, so I'm going to give you another version. This may feel like too much of a stretch for the back. So the other version is take both of the feet as wide as the mat and just do this. Okay, can everyone see? So either this one or this one, but see what feels right for your back. These are really good for the digestion, and then look in the opposite direction. Or just look where you can. Diane, it might be too much for your neck to look in the opposite direction. And this is really good for our digestion, belly twist. And then change in direction. Well done, David. Well done, Julie. Does that feel all right for your back, Julie, yeah?
I'm going to see how it's on this side.
Yeah, maybe just see, maybe drop the feet if it's too much. I don't want you to sort of spasm. And then come back to the center. Draw your knees in towards you one more time. Give yourself a little hug. And then we're going to go into our relaxation. So if anybody doesn't want me to massage them, doesn't want lavender oil, please do put your hand up so that I know. And we're going to do a little squeeze and release before we go in. So I want you to lie on your backs, get comfy, put blankets on if you want the bolster under your knees or you need me to help you in any way. Just make sure you feel comfortable. Extend the legs. Make sure you feel warm. And let your palms face out. Palms face out. Just allow your body to relax. And sometimes when you've got like a lot of tension in the body, this can really help. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands into fists and squeeze, 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 squeeze like crazy, and then release. Then you're going to do that with your face, so it doesn't look pretty, but you're going to scrunch, 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 scrunch your face, and then release. Then you're going to do that with your legs and your feet, so kind of press into the heels, scrunch, 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 scrunch the feet. Inhale, exhale, release. Now all at once. Feet, face, squeeze the belly, everything squeeze in, squeeze, 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 and relax. Allow your body to ground, completely relax. This is your time, your space to completely relax and let go. Feeling your body sink into the earth. Taking our final 3 breaths here. Sighing out anything you need to release. And I invite you to bring your hands, maybe give your fingers a little wiggle and your toes. And I want to share a little reading with you. So maybe bring your hands onto your heart or stay in this position. And this little reading is called You Are Enough. You are not the noise of the world, but the quiet strength it cannot steal. Not the wounds you hide in the shadows, but the light that dares to heal. Every flaw you see in the mirror is a story of the battles you've won. Like the cracks in a weathered stone, you are shaped by what you've overcome. You are not a fleeting moment, but the rhythm of an eternal song. Not a question waiting for answers, but the truth that's been there all along. So stand tall in the storm's embrace. Let your roots sink deep in the soil. You are enough, just as you are, a masterpiece in your own turmoil. So just taking a moment to connect to your heart, to that intention you made, that word, that thought, that feeling. Breathing that in, or just breathing in the words, I am enough. You are enough. And let's take our arms up, take a big stretch. Point the toes. And bring your knees in, give yourself a hug. And in whatever way feels good for you, either rolling onto your side or rocking and rolling if that feels good for your spine. Whatever way feels good for you, making your way slowly up to seated. And sitting in a position that feels good for you, easy pose as I am, or extended legs, whatever feels good for you. And making sure that your spine's nice and long, however you're sitting. And we're just going to finish with that same breathing practice, alternate nostril practice. So the left hand is in Chin Mudra, the index finger is just under the thumb now. Palm facing up for receptivity, down if you need grounding. And then the index finger and the middle finger come down on the thumb mound. We use the thumb and the ring finger. Make sure the spine is long. Thumb comes down onto the right nostril. Inhale through left. Left comes down, option to hold. Exhale right, thumb comes away. Inhale, same side. Close down right, pause. Exhale left. You don't have to pause if that doesn't feel good for you. Inhale, same side. Close. Exhale, thumb side. Inhale, thumb side. Close. Exhale, left side. Bring your right hand to meet your left. Just notice your body, notice your breath. And we're going to bring our hands together at our heart, and we're going to close out with an Om, the sacred sound of yoga, of the universe, and then 3 shantis. So shanti means peace. You don't have to chant, you can listen to me if you don't want to do it. So we do Om first, and then we do a loud shanti for the world, a medium noise shanti for those that we love, and then we bring the chin in like this, and we do a little higher one, quieter one for inner peace, okay? Shoulders away from ears, spine nice and long, hands together in Anjali Mudra. Let's start with our Om. Inhale through the nose. Om. Shanti. Shanti. Head comes down, little quiet one. Shanti. Let's take a moment to be grateful for this day, this hour, this minute, this second. Namaste. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And namaste means, in essence, the light in me bows to the light in you. That's what it means. It's like a sign of kind of reverence and respect to all of you. So give yourselves a clap. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. It's been a pleasure to teach you. I'm sorry some of you couldn't come for all of the classes. I think you guys have been for all of them. And